pray let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew? I like you already more than I can say. My first impressions of people are never wrong.
Oh, how nice of you to like me so much after we've known each other such a comparatively short time. Pray, sit down.
You were here on a short visit, I suppose.
Oh, no, I live here. I'm Mr. Worthing's ward.
Oh. It is strange you never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How very secretive of him. He grows more interesting hourly. I'm not sure, however, that the news inspires me with feelings of unmixed delight. I'm very fond of you, Cecily. I've liked you ever since I met you. But I am bound to state that now I know that you are Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help expressing a wish that you were, well, just a little older than you seem to be, and not quite so alluring in appearance. In fact, if I may speak so candidly.
Oh, pray do. I believe that whenever one has anything unpleasant to say, one should always be quite candid.
Well, to speak with perfect candour, Cecily, I wish that you were fully 42 and more than usually plain for your age. Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honour. Disloyalty is as impossible to him as deception, but even men of the most noble moral character are extremely susceptible to the influences of the physical charms of others.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Gwendolen. Did you say Ernest?
Yes.
Oh, but it's not Mr. Earnest Worthing who is my guardian. It's his brother, his elder brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
Oh, well, I'm afraid they've not been on the best of terms for quite some time now.
Ah, that accounts for it. Cecily, you have lifted a load from my mind. I was growing almost anxious. Of course, you're quite certain that it is not Mr. Ernest Worthing who is your guardian.
Oh, quite sure. In fact, I'm going to be his.
I beg your pardon.
Dearest Gwendolen, there's no reason why I should make a secret of it to you. Ernest Worthing and I are engaged to be married.
My dear Cecily, I think there must be some slight error. Mr. Ernest Worthing is engaged to me.
I'm afraid you must be under some misconception. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It is very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. If you would care to verify the incident, pray do so. I'm so sorry, my darling Cecily, if it is of any disappointment to you, but I'm afraid I have the prior claim.
It distresses me more than I can tell you, my dear, but since Ernest proposed to you, he clearly has changed his mind.
If the poor fellow has been entrapped into any foolish promise, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him at once and with a firm hand. On an occasion of this kind, it becomes more than a moral duty to speak one's mind. It becomes a pleasure.
Do you suggest, Miss Fairfax, that I entrapped Ernest into an engagement? How dare you? This is no time to wear a shallow mask of manners. When I see a spade, I call it a spade.
Well, I'm glad to say that I have never seen a spade. It is obvious that our social spheres have been widely different. Are there many interesting walks in the vicinity, Miss Cardew?
Oh, yes, a great many. From the top of one of the hills, quite close, you can see 5 counties.
5 counties? I don't think I should like that. I hate crowds.
I suppose that's why you live in the town.
Personally, I cannot understand how anybody manages to exist in the country, if anybody who is anybody does. The country always bores me to death.
May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Yes. Thank you.
Sugar?
No, thank you. Sugar is not fashionable anymore.
cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen at the best of houses nowadays. You have filled my tea with lumps and sugar, and though I asked most discreetly for bread and butter, you have given me cake. I am known for the extraordinary sweetness of my nature, but I warn you, Miss Cardew, you may go too far.
To save my poor, innocent, trusting boy from the machinations of any other girl, there are no lengths to which I will not go.
From the moment I met you, I mistrusted you. I felt that you were false and deceitful. My first impressions of people are invariably right.
It seems, Miss Fairfax, that I am trespassing on your valuable time. There are no doubt many other calls for you to make in the neighbourhood of a similar matter.